it true you're expecting?
No, that's a lie. Marnie just told you that because she wants to move back into the house.
Rachel, I spoke with the doctor that examined you. I want you to move back into the house.
So you want me to move back into the house because I'm pregnant?
Among other things, yes.
What do you mean, among other things?
I spoke to the doctor, Rachel. He said that your condition is very, very weak. If you don't take care of yourself, you might risk losing the baby.
Don't worry, I can take very good care of myself.
How?
How? By staying calm.
And how are you going to do that?
I will if you leave me alone.
I'll leave you alone. What about Max? Look, we have to come to some sort of agreement. You are pregnant now, Rachel, and that changes everything. I have to look out for you and my child. It is my child, isn't it?
How can you even question that?
I want you to move back into the house, Rachel.
Tony, the doctor said that I need peace and quiet, and I'm certainly not going to get it at your house.
I will ask everybody...
No! Tony, it won't work! You hurt me more than you will ever know. And I don't want to deal with you or your family anymore. And I am certainly not going to live in a house where everyone thinks that I am a horrible person.
We will not talk about the past, Rachel.
Why? Because I'm pregnant? So what, we won't bring up the past because of the baby, but not because of me?
Look, a lot has happened between us. A lot. I've had my doubts, Rachel. But I don't see how you can be angry at me for that.
Yes, I can be very angry at you. Do you know what my biggest mistake was? Was to go along with Max's plan. I should have never done it.
I told you we weren't going to talk about that.
Well, I want to talk about it. I need you to believe in me.
Why do you need that?
Because I need to regain my dignity with you. I'm not going to live the rest of my life knowing that I was falsely accused. Especially by you. That's why I won't go back with you.
I need you to come back into the house. I need to make sure that you're taking care of both yourself and the child.
Great. So what, are you just going to keep me locked up like a slave? What happens after the baby's born? What happens then, Tony? What happens to me?
Well, that won't happen for quite a while. Hopefully by then we'll have cleared everything up.
No, I don't think so. I can manage very well on my own, thank you. And I don't want my child growing up in your house.
Why not?
Because I don't want him to grow up like you or Max, that's why.
Try another way.
How?
Frank offered to help.
Frank did? Did she accept?
Who offered to help? You're not going to tell me, are you? Look, I want Rachel to move back into the house. And in order for that to happen, you're going to have to tell me who offered her help.
Frank did. And so did Max.
And Robert.
Robert?
The doctor's son.
Robert Moore.
Yeah.
And Alex, too.
Do you guys want to stay here or do you want to move back into the house?
I want to move back into the house.
Same with Rachel. You know, your family hates us, Tony. So I just feel a little bit uncomfortable.
Well, what do you prefer? A little discomfort? Or staying in this rat hole?
We'll take discomfort.
I want whatever's right for the baby.
Fine. Good. You convinced Rachel. I've got some things to take care of.
Wait a minute, wait. First, you have to promise that Annie and Daniel won't go to jail.
They won't. Even though they should. guess I've developed some sort of soft spot for those two.
And, wait a minute. You have to promise that you won't fire Martine.
Peter, don't take advantage of this situation. Call me tomorrow.
Okay. Bye. Dad, why are you asking Tony to do favors for those people?
Because they're my friends.
Your friends? I think you ought to invest in some new friends when we get back to the Stockdale house.
No, Marnie. And don't you ever look down on these people. They got feelings too.
Well, did you see Tony's face? You're practically blackmailing him.
You do what you gotta do.
Dad, let's just go see Rachel. There's something else I have to tell you.
What's that?
I haven't been totally honest with you.
What did you do?
I haven't been using birth control for several months. I wanted to get pregnant whether you wanted a child or not. Aren't you going to say something?
What is there to say, Camille? That's par for the course around here.
Par for the course. You, Mr. Sincere, Mr. Faithful.
Hey, I've never done anything behind your back. Everything I've done has been out in the open.
Way out in the open.
Why are you telling me this now?
Because I never got pregnant. No matter how many times we did it, it never worked, and I don't know what's wrong with me.
Rick! Oh man, I'm sorry you missed our appointment. Well, I had an emergency and I couldn't make it. Whenever you like. Yeah, I'll be here the rest of the day. Okay then, see you soon. Bye.
It's not my fault. You distanced yourself from me.
Maybe so. But you were so rude and cruel. I thought you didn't care for me anymore.
I do care for you.
Well, then you have a funny way of showing it. I thought you were bored, so I gave you your space. I thought you'd appreciate that. And then you brought around your new boyfriends.
Nothing ever happened with my boyfriends. I just went out with them to make you jealous.
You don't think I know that? You think that makes it hurt any less?
Why can't you be more like Tony?
Because I'm different. But you knew that when you married me.
Yes, but I thought you'd change.
Why did you marry me?
Because I was in love with you. Because you were charming and attentive.
And weak.
Don't say that.
You'd never marry a man you couldn't manipulate.
It's not true.
It is true. But it's okay, I don't care. I like pleasing you. I like laughing at your antics. But this time you've gone too far. This time you've opened your mouth and said things to Moore that have put Tony's life in danger.
Hello, all. I'm sorry, am I interrupting something?
No more, I was just leaving. Excuse me.
Bye, Clark. Were you two having a fight?
No. It's nothing.
Did I tell you I went out with Tony?
He wants me to move back into the house. The only reason is because I'm pregnant.
Rachel, will you just try it? You have to think about the baby.
Yeah. Don't be stupid, Rach. Once you move back in the house, you and Tony can patch everything up.
I don't want to. What if we don't patch things up? What if he wants to take the baby away from me after it's born? You know, you guys can do whatever you want to do. But tomorrow, I'm getting the money from Frank, and I'm going back to San Francisco.
Mr. Stockdale is here. He wants to talk to you.
Tony Stockdale? Yeah, let him in. Tony, what a pleasant surprise. How are you?
Fine. I won't be long.
It's all right.
You offered to help Rachel out.
Yeah, I did. Did she tell you?
Don't do it.
Tony, Rachel's in a bind. She needs money.
I understand the situation, Frank. I'm asking you not to get involved.
Yeah, I understand. It's none of my business, but I can't stand by and watch her drown.
She's my wife. I'll take care of her.
Fine. There's just one problem. I offered to lend her some money, and I don't want her to think that I chickened out.
Tell her the truth.
You asked me not to lend her the money?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. The man that was here this morning, Rick Garfield, is back.
All right, let him in.
I'm on my way out.
All right. It's nice to see you. I'll do what you want. I'm very, very sorry for the two of you.
Good afternoon, Frank Tornell.
No.
I'm Frank Tornell.
Ah, good to meet you, sir.
Tony, this is Rick Garfield. Rick, Mr. Tony Stockdale.
Ah, it's a pleasure.
Nice to meet you. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Tony Stockdale.
Have a seat, Rick.
Thanks.
Manny told you to see me.
Yeah, he said I could be, well, he said I could be very straight with you.
Yeah?
I sometimes work for Manny.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the bottom line here is I need some cash. I talked to Manny, and he said it'd be easier to talk to you. Said you guys were business associates, and, well, that he'd pay you back. You can call him if you want to verify.
Yeah. Good. Let's do that.
Stop asking me. I don't know. Victoria wouldn't tell me anything. All she said is that they got in a fight and Rachel left.
Well, yes, but I mean, is Tony going to get a divorce? I mean, what is he going to do?
I don't know.
Camille, is something wrong? Why don't you want to talk to me? Did I do something to make you angry that I'm not aware of?
Who did you tell that Rachel was an imposter?
Nobody.
Are you sure?
Well, I might have told Carla.
Oh, great. Not like she's a blabbermouth. or
Camille,
anything.
what is wrong? I mean, why are you acting like this?
Because of your big mouth, Tony is in danger.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Clark told me that Tony is in danger. And if anything happens to him, I'm holding you responsible.
Rick? Where have you been? I've been calling all day.
Honey, I was out with some friends.
You have friends here in Acapulco?
Honey, some new friends. So, what's up? Have you made a decision?
So it's a really hard decision. I would really like things to be different. Listen, I'll call you later, okay? Yeah, tomorrow. Bye.
Just met your lover boy, Alex.
Where?
Frank Tornell's house.
What was he doing there?
I have no idea. Alex, you offered Rachel money this morning, is that right?
I didn't offer it to her directly. I offered it to Marnie. They have no money.
Don't do it.
Why not? Do you want them to starve? You can't stop me.
You know that Rachel's pregnant,
Yes.
and her condition is very delicate. She might lose the baby. Alex, if you or anyone gives her money, she might go back to San Francisco, and I cannot have that. She needs to stay here. She needs the proper care. Do you understand?
You want her to move back in?
Yes.
Why did you and Rachel have a fight?
Let's just say we have different ways of looking at things.
Then why would you want her to move back in? Is it because of the child? If that's the case, Tony, she'll never come back.
She'll have to.
Hello, Rachel. How you doing?
Okay.
Rachel, I'm sorry. I can't lend you that money.
It's all right, Frank. Don't worry about it.
No, it's not all right. Tony came to see me and asked me not to loan you the money. He says he wants to take care of you.
Well, I don't want him taking care of me. He's trying to force me back to him. Who does he think he is? God Almighty? It's not fair, Frank.
Yeah, I know, it's not fair. He's going to everyone that knows you and telling them not to lend you a cent.
Why did you agree? Are you afraid of Tony?
No, I'm not afraid of him, but this could lead into some legal issue, and I could get into a lot of trouble. Maybe I can help you in another way.
How?
Are you definitely breaking up with him?
Yes.
Why don't you get a divorce?
Well, he was already planning the paperwork.
And what happened?
Found out I was pregnant, and now he's not so sure.
Sue him.
On what basis?
On any basis you want. Mental cruelty? Irreconcilable differences? Adultery? Remember, I did see him with more. Rachel, he's going to force you back. If there's a lawsuit, a judge can step in.
Frank, I don't have a lawyer. I mean, I don't even have the money for a lawyer.
I can't face Tony out in the open. But I can do all the work in the background. Hire a lawyer. Draft a suit. When you need it, he'll be ready.
Hello? Yes. Hi, Daddy. I'm fine, and you? Yes, I'm having a great time. Yes, Daddy. I understand. Daddy, I need some money. Oh, about 50,000? Yes, 50. Yes. Can you wire it to my account? Well, I want to buy some clothes, Dad. I know it's a lot of money, but good clothes are very expensive. Okay, 40. Tomorrow? Oh, great. Thanks, Dad. I love you. Kisses. Yes, Daddy. Uh-huh. Yes, Dad. No. No, that's over, Dad. I promise. I will. Okay, I love you, Dad. Bye.
So what do you need the money for?
Oh, there's a new boutique that sells French designer imports. I just wanted to buy some clothes.
So you're planning on spending $40,000 on dresses?
Oh, yes. Well, and shoes and handbags and anything else I want.
Sure.
Well, I'm going to change for dinner. I'll see you in a bit then.
Okay.
There you are, Clark.
Hello, Frank.
Clark, things are going beautifully.
And how's that?
I was going to lend Rachel money to go back to San Francisco.
Wait a minute. I thought you didn't want her to go back to San Francisco.
True. Very true, my dear Clark. God, Rachel is a very, very stubborn woman. However, fortunately for me, Tony found out and asked me not to lend her the money.
And why wouldn't Tony want you to help her?
He wants her to go back to the house.
So he's changed his mind about it?
No. She's just pregnant. Well, wait a minute. You knew this?
Well, yes, actually, that's why I'm here. I thought I'd be telling you about it.
No. Well, see, she doesn't want to go back. But you know, Tony, one way or another, he'll make her go back. Once this happens, everyone will know that he forced her to go back.
How?
She's going to sue him for a divorce.
Well, then what's going to happen?
I'm going to take her to see a lawyer friend of mine. She will tell him her part of the story. Well, at least the parts that he needs to know. The ball will start rolling for a divorce. Things are going to get ugly. There'll be a lot of fights, arguments. Once Tony has his accident, the main suspect will be Rachel. Once this happens, you will say that she's an imposter, and that's that. Max goes to jail, and Clark will be a very, very rich man. I, of course, get half of the money, Clark.
And what about the baby she's having?
Well, just say it's not Tony. Say it's David Larchmont's.
Well, you told me David Larchmont didn't exist, that Max invented him.
See, that's what I thought. But now I know that David Larchmont is a real, live, breathing human being.
And how do you know that?
You know me, Clark. I got my sources. The other thing I know is that he's Rachel's accomplice, not Max's.
Then you know this Larchmont guy?
I know where he lives.
Well, have you spoken with him?
No, not yet.
Well, are you sure?
About what?
That David Larchmont exists.
Yes, I told you so. Clark, if you know something, you better tell me.
Well, I didn't think it was important. Remember Marnie had an accident and spent a few days in jail?
Yeah.
Well, the people who filed the claim were lying. She ran over someone else, and we don't know who. But the person that paid them to file the claim was David Larchmont.
Who told you this?
Well, they told Tony as soon as he found out about their scam. You know, I figured that it was Max using the David Larchmont identity. You know, I thought he was trying to get back at Rachel and her family. But now you tell me that Larchmont exists.
Who are the people who pulled off the accident scam?
Annie and Daniel Fernandez, their brother and sister. What's the matter?
No, nothing.
You're hiding something from me. What is it, Annie?
Daniel, I'm not hiding anything from you. Don't be a pest. I'm not hiding anything.
Good evening.
Good evening, Doctor. Doctor, can I speak to you?
I want to speak to both of you also.
Why?
I just found out what you did. If I hadn't done that before, I would have been sorely tempted to leave you out in the street. Oh, don't worry, I won't tell the police about it. Tony asked me not to. I'm sorely tempted to kick you out right now.
Dr. Moore, I understand. When can Daniel leave?
Oh, he can leave maybe in a couple of days. Oh, and don't forget, I have this information.
What does he mean by that? Don't forget. I mean, what can he do? He's getting paid. The nerve.
Tony, she doesn't want to. Are you going to make her?
Andrew, I will get her back into this house. I don't care what I have to do. I already spoke to everybody, and they promised me that they wouldn't give her any money.
Well, that's going to be kind of hard to control, isn't it?
Well, Marnie and her father told me that they would help me out.
Where's Victoria?
She's in her bedroom, Camille. Anyway, I spoke to Alex and Frank Tornell.
Alex?
Yeah. Alex told me that she went and saw Rachel and that she promised her some money.
Well, what did she tell you?
Well, she told me that she wasn't going to give her any money.
Well, when did she say all this?
This afternoon. Why?
Because a couple of minutes ago, she called her father in Mexico City and asked for $40,000.
Up, I said. Come on, get up. What's up, Judy? Vamos, Judy, despiértate. Get dressed and get going. You heard me. You heard me? I said get up and get dressed. We got some company coming over, and I don't want you here, okay? Get your butt out of bed. You too. Tú también vístete y vete, okay? You guys don't want to get me angry. You know what I'm like when I get angry, all right? I'm leaving in a few minutes to pick up my friend. If you guys aren't gone, and I'm back, there'll be trouble. You understand that?
Sí, ya entendí.
Bonita camisa.
Mira.
You guys understood?
Sí.
She's having a baby?
Yes.
Who told you this, Tony?
No. Max told me. He says it's his child.
Rachel is pregnant with Max's child?
Well, that's what he says, but who knows? He's been lying so much, I don't know what to believe.
Oh, God, what if it's true? Does Tony know?
I'm not sure.
Oh, no. Max. Max.
Victoria, we're not sure it's Max's child.
Doesn't matter whose child it is. If she's pregnant, that child belongs in this family.
Absolutely insane. She's ranting and raving. She's yelling at me, telling me that things are just way out of control, and that it's dangerous. And this I loved. She said that if something happened to Tony, that was going to be my fault, and that she was never going to forgive me.
Well, why would she say that?
I know she was talking to Clark when I came in, and he said something to her, but I don't know what.
What else did she say?
She didn't say anything else. Frank, what's going on?
I have no idea, honey.
Do you think that this man, this Bill, one who's pretending to be David Larchmont, do you think he could have something to do with this?
Why do you say that?
Okay. Just go with me on this for a second. I remember a while back that Camille had told me that this guy had made a couple of dates with Rachel, but then he never showed up.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that it's possible that he might have taken things into his own hands and he could be planning something?
God, I don't know.
Frank, what are we going to do? Because I don't think Camille is going to help me anymore. And Tony, as usual, he won't talk to me.
Thank you.
Carla, here we are. Are you going to talk to me now?
I'd like a drink first.
What can I bring you?
I'd like a vodka on the rocks, please.
Very well, sir.
Are you in a bad mood?
No, I'm not in a bad mood. I just have a lot on my mind, so could we please get through this?
Okay. Rachel moved out of your brother's house. What, you already knew?
Yeah, Carla, I already knew that. Tell me something I don't know.
Well, I do know something else.
Go ahead.
I know who David Larchmont is.
Who?
Frank Tornell.
Not possible.
Why not?
Because I spoke to Larchmont on the phone, and there's no way that was Frank's voice.
But Maura told me Frank was helping her. She told me he was David Larchmont.
Once they get the divorce, it's open season on Tony for you, baby.
Frank, I don't know what she's still doing here. I mean, what is she still doing here? Why the hell didn't she go back to San Francisco where she belongs?
She's getting the ball rolling for the divorce proceedings.
The divorce proceedings, she can do them there.
It's the same thing. Honey, don't worry about what Camille said. She's just a frustrated bitch, okay?
Okay.
Go home. Get some rest.
All right. Okay. I'm fine. I'm gonna call you in the morning, okay?
Yeah. Get some rest, baby. David Larchmont, please. Get your butt over here now!
So is that why you wanted the money?
Yes. What are you doing?
I'm calling your father.
Well, you can't do that. Stop butting into my life.
You're the one that's butting into everybody else's life. Now, you listen to me. Rachel is expecting a child. It's a very delicate pregnancy, and she needs proper attention.
Is that true?
Yes, Victoria. It is true. That's why Rachel's moving back into the house.
I was just trying to help.
You want her to move back in here, even if the child isn't yours? Max says the child's his.
It's Max's address.
Why?
What is his address?
I'm not going to tell you.
Victoria.
It's just crazy that a woman like that can make two brothers fight like animals.
Rachel.
What are you doing here?
She's moving back in.
Good evening. No, she's not. You're the reason everything happened in this family. I won't live under the same roof as this woman.
Fine.
I just don't understand. Maura's my own sister, and she doesn't even like me. She doesn't care what happens to me.
I'll take it from somebody who knows. Sometimes it's just the way it goes.
I don't have any friends. Did you know that?
How can you say that?
Well, I know a lot of people. I go to parties, clubs, everything. But there's just not one person I can point at and say, that's my friend.
Hey. Point at me. I'm your friend.
Really?
Really. You are a very, very pretty girl.
Do you really think so?
I really think so.
you sure you're not trying just to use me?
Use you? Using's a relative term, isn't it? Why in the world would I be using you? What for?
To spy on Laura and Frank.
I like you. Very much. Now let's just think of that other stuff as a fringe benefit of our relationship. Okay?
You really like me? You're serious? You're not kidding?
Do I look like I'm kidding?
Tomorrow she and I will look for our own place. And you can stay right here.
I'll save you the trouble. I'll leave now.
Victoria, wait. I didn't come here to stay. I came here to ask you to leave me alone. For good.
Can we talk about this in my office, please?
Nope. I want to talk about it right here, right now, in front of everyone.
Fine.
Alice, why don't you go to your room?
No. I want her to stay here. She's the only one that's treated me like a human being through this whole thing. It's just too bad Max isn't here.
Well, we could call him.
No.
Tony, do you want me to call him?
Absolutely.